Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial slash look designed especially for people who don't like to wear a lot of makeup but would still like to have somewhat of a simple yet nice looking kind of fall look, but still not too heavy. So that's what I've done for today. It's kind of like a natural looking fall look for those of you who like makeup a little bit but don't like wearing a lot of it. So this is especially designated for you guys that want to look natural but still, you know, look like you're wearing a little bit of makeup. And so if you want to see how to get this look, please keep watching. So for today's look, even though we're going to go a little bit more natural, I already did the prepping on my face, which is moisturizing, putting the primer and the setting spray. So my face is ready to go. Even though we are going to look for a more natural look, I'm still going to use color correcting because I do want to look natural, but I also want to look like I'm alive. So I'm going to just apply a little bit of the color correcting concealer on my face, just because, like I said, I have pretty dark circles and I just would like to cover those, even though I want to look a little bit more natural today. And also my skin has finally given me a bit of a break, so the acne on this side of my face is not as bad, but I still have a couple red dots here and there. Thankfully they're going down tremendously. And the one on my lip is fully gone now, so thankfully. But now this one over here is kind of starting up, so I plan on taking care of that as soon as possible. So now we're just going to be blending out with a moist beauty blender the color correcting concealer. Alright, so now moving on to the foundation, since we're going to be using a natural look today, I'm not going to use my Lock It foundation by Kat Von D because even though it has great coverage, I want to go a little bit lighter and just a little bit more natural. So we're going to use L'Oreal's True Match foundation, and this is the Nude Beige W3 for warm skin tone. And I'm going to mix it with a little bit of BB cream. So I have this e.l.f. BB cream, and this is just nude. It says nude. So this is the one that I'm going to do. And we're going to mix them together just to have a more like light coverage. So we're going to do like 1 pump of each. So that's why that way the concealer is not super concentrated. So we're going to mix a BB cream. And just a tad bit of the, oops. A little more than I should have been. Alright. Forgot that this doesn't have a pump. I need to clean that out. Alright, so now I'm going to just use my little brush and I'm going to mix them together. So it'll still give you really good coverage, however it's not going to be super heavy. So now that they're mixed together, we're going to just put that on the face and blend it in. Again, I like to do the outer corners of the face and bring it in because it'll give you that more flawless but still very natural look, because it won't maximize your pores. So we're just gonna put some of the outer corners and then blend inwards. Alright, so make sure that it's still pretty nice and moist, the beauty blender, and we're just gonna go ahead and blend it into the face. Alright, now that it has been blended in, we're just going to use the setting spray to make sure that it sets nicely. So I'm just going to do a couple spritz, and once it gets a little tacky, we're going to, once again with the beauty blender, just kind of tap it down again, blend it in a little bit more, because it'll help for it to look a little bit more natural on the skin as well. That is all blended in, and we're going to move on to the eyes. And I'm going to stay more with the neutral warm colors, warm tones, because since we want to look natural today, we're just going to use that brown family so it kind of still looks like your skin, but with a little bit more definition and also just a little bit more texture and color as well, but still keeping it as natural as we possibly can. So I just want to show you guys which colors I'm going to be using for my Morphe palette, and this is a palette 350M, and the colors I'm going to be using are this one and this one. So these are two pretty nice colors, and I feel like they're kind of close to skin tone in a way, but even though they're light, they'll still look really nice. To start with that lighter color, and we're going to put that in our whole lid and crease as well. So we'll just go ahead and cover it. And you can go as light or as heavy as you want. Obviously the lighter, the more natural it'll look, and the darker, it can still look pretty natural because it's not a super dark color. But we're just gonna do just a little bit, not too much, because we do want to keep that in the more natural side today. Alright, and the next we're going to do is we're going to use that little bit of darker brown color, and we're going to use more of a blending brush to kind of put it on like the crease and do like a halo motion, and just to add, like I said, a bit more definition to the eye and color, but still keeping it in like a warm neutral so it still looks pretty natural as well. So now we're going to take a bigger, fluffier blending brush, and we're just going to blend out that brown because we don't want it to look too dark. So that's why I only did one application of it, just so it's enough color, I believe, so it can still be pretty natural looking. But the more we blend it out, obviously the less dark it's going to look and the more natural it will be. So we're just going to go ahead and blend that out. Alrighty, now that that has been blended out, we're going to use a angled brush to take some of that brown color as well, and just do a little bit of underneath the eye, your lower water lash line, and it's just going to, again, add a little bit more definition to your eye itself, but we're going to apply it and then also blend it out, so even though we have some bit of color, it'll be nicely blended so it still looks pretty natural. I have applied some mascara, and since we're going for a more natural look, I'm not going to be putting false lashes on, but I did use my favorite mascara right now, which is the Maybelline Falsies. Again, because I like the volume that it gives the lashes, so I think they look pretty nice even though it's just mascara, and I like the volume it gives them, I like the length, and excuse my red eye right now, but I accidentally poked my eye with my mascara wand. So now we're going to do the eyeliner, and I will be using my e.l.f. eyeliner, and this is the, sorry guys, I'm like blind. Ah, here we go. The Blackest Black. And so we're just going to do a very light, small tip, wing tip, because since we're going for a natural look, we don't want to go as dramatic as I usually like to go with my eyeliner. So we're going to be using that and making it just pretty small. Now that I have done the eyeliner, as you can see, I try to keep it pretty nice and small, only because we're going to go for a natural look. So, and I'm surprised it actually worked out well on the first try. It usually takes me a couple tries to get my eyeliner the way I want it to look, so pretty happy about that. So now we're going to move on to the rest of the face. Like I said, we're going to be doing natural today, so I'm not going to contour, because contouring just, you know, I mean, it looks great, but it doesn't look super natural sometimes. So we're just going to do a little bit of bronzer to add color and definition to the face, but we're not going to go full on, you know, contouring with like a cream kit or anything like that. So I'm going to be using my Too Faced, and this is Chocolate Soleil, like I said, my favorite one. I don't have like any other drugstore one, or, you know, that's not high-end, just because I really love this one. But if I ever do find a drugstore product that I really like, I will share that in the future. But for now, we're going to be using this, and so we're just going to just add a little bit of bronzer to the face, like I said, to add a little bit of color and definition, but without overdoing it. To blend the highlighter, I'm going to use this medium, well, it's more like in the medium small size oval brush. You can use any other kind of brush that you prefer. I tried it out with my more fan brush, but maybe because it's liquid, I don't like how it turned out. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and use this brush. So I'm just going to blend it upwards in like kind of circular motions, so I can cover some of that cheekbone and then kind of bring it up towards the brow bone as well. And the reason why I'm kind of doing it in circular motions is so it covers more surface area, because if you just go up and down like this, it's going to look like just one streak of highlight. And so we don't want that. We want it to be nicely blended so it still gives you like a glow, but it looks a little bit more natural. Alright, so the last step is going to be the lipstick, and I'm going to be using this Revlon Color Stay lipstick, and this is 035 Iconic Iris. I like this one because it kind of has like a pinkish yet sort of purplish color, so it'll still look fairly natural. It won't be super bright, but it still kind of ties in with a fall color, sort of. So I'm going to be using that for the lips. So I have finished applying the lipstick, and this is what it looks like. And so we are just about done. I always say that the lipstick is the last step, even though technically the setting spray is. So we're just going to use the setting spray to just lock it all in, and so we can have a full day of nice looking makeup. Alright, and that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you really liked it. And if you did like it, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, then you can go ahead and subscribe so you can stay tuned for next week's video. Thank you.